Right, here we are. We are here in the Austrian Grand Prix, and we are 5 red lights, and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix Div 5. Who's going to get a great start? Doubt it gets a great start, and is ahead in turn 1. As it's ghosting into turn 1, which is huge. But Deltic has had a phenomenal start and leads the Austrian Grand Prix, but is Panda going to make a move? No, he's not, as a few drivers are making up a few positions, losing positions as well. Drivers, I should say, as an Alpine has spun and he finds himself last. So an Alpine did lead this race, now there's an Alpine last. Very unfortunate. Not a great start for the Alpine. Position to Dutch Booster. Let's go down to that battle real quick as they are side by side. He's going to back out his Bolton, going to back out. No, he doesn't. He holds his Red Bull up the inside, but he does eventually lose the position to Dutch Booster. Not a bad start for Bolton, I would have to say so. Staying nice and consistent as he might be overtaken by the V card now. As we'll ride on board. Oh, he does potentially forced off track there by Mini Walker. Not a great opening laps for Boltzlinger. Let's see where Delta is. Delta going to overtake? Yes, he is. He sends it up into turn 3. Oh, they're going side by side. Oh, slight contact as well. Panda does keep the position. As Brownus and Throne Globe are right in their mirrors. I think they're just hanging on as Brownus is looking for the move around the outside. As Throne now looking at the inside of Brownus. And he gets him, Throne Globe, up the inside. But now here comes Nick on Brownus. That is not the greatest few turns as Brownus does take the position back from the heart of Nick. Driver just holding in there, waiting for something to happen. So it's a long race as we do have yellow flags, and as an Aston Martin round of Paolo. Not a great start for this lap. He has no battery. Not a great start for the Aston Martin. As this looks like good pace from Brown Spuns, in all fairness, very good pace. As there are yellow flags, and that is a Ferrari of Walker who has made contact with Brewdog, or I don't know what's happened there. That's just me speculating. As Dutch Booster now finds himself in P15. Don't know what's happened there though between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. We'll have to find out in the tickets later. As Deltic, no, P2, P1, as Boltzlinger, there it is. The 3-second time penalty, which is very unfortunate for Boltzlinger. But Panda gets past Deltic. Oh, yeah, but here comes Brown's punch going on the inside of Deltic. Is he going to do it? No, he doesn't. He makes slight contact. Now goes to them. Now it's Pink one. No, not Pink. No, sorry, Pink. It's Throne Globe one in some action. No, TP. He dropped it, and there are currently applications going. If you fancy being a Mercedes TP, then do go and put your name forward. As Deltic now gets past Panda, but I don't know how for who's going to have DRS. Deltic does have DRS and just pulls slightly away from Panda as Throne Globe now being overtaken by Fanta as well. What is going on? Who will be the first driver to get a penalty in this top 6 as well? Ladies and gentlemen, now I spoke. Blake is the first car to box in the top 6. Let's see what tyres. Well, he's most likely going to go on to the hard compound tyre. Is it a white stripe? Yes, it is. It is a white stripe that goes onto that Papaya McLaren. And we're going to see how this affects him. Obviously, they're all up there battling. Well, I would say battling, but as Panda gets by, I do believe. Yeah, Panda got by. So, will it help out the McLaren? The McLaren have done that perfectly, coming out ahead of that train. That was probably the risk of they can put the burners on. Blake can potentially come out ahead of maybe the front 4 as we're going too wide. No, we're not. We was going too wide briefly, but the Alpine looking for a switchback, and he nearly makes it stick against the Williams. But this is what the McLarens want. These front drivers fighting. Let's see, and they're both going to box. Yes, they are. P1, P2 are boxing as Ferrari stays out of Brownus. I do not know what's going on with Brownus. As he is now in this. I don't think he's here. Maybe he's in AI. I do not know. He must be an AI. He must be. As Blake is now looking for the move on Brown. It's a Ferrari versus McLaren into turn 3. Is there going to be contact? Usually is. No, there is not. This is nice clean driving from the Div 5s, I should say so, when it comes to contact racing. But Blake is going to get a nice toe from the RB, who might try and hold it. Well, he's going to hold it the pack, I'd say, as Blake is looking to get past the Visa Cash App, which is a beautiful looking car, I should say. As we have our first retirement, unfortunately, it is a Aston Martin retire. It's not what I want to see, as Brown is now boxes. Don't know what happened with him, unless he had a weird issue or whatever, but he's going to find himself dropping a few positions, as Blake now leads. Well, he's not, he's currently P2. The Haas needs to box off them hard compoundage, as Mini Walker now putting up a fight with the Williams driver, which is what we don't really like to see, but it's content at the end of the day. The RB on 16 lap old hards tries to put up a fight against the guy who's on 3 lap old hards. Interjection, do apologise. As he keeps his position against Doutig, but Doutig must be getting really annoyed, as I feel like Doutig will get by now. We're going too wide. No, we're not. The RB backs out. Nice move. Maybe, but I feel like... Yes, Brownus is ahead. Oh, and there's contact between Boltzlinger and Brownus. Right. Nah, it's definitely going to the stewards. Doutig keeps the position. As Panda is now looking for me. Ooh, slight contact on the McLaren, like telling him just like hurry up. As Blake now looking for me. Oh, we going 3 wide. Ooh, this is a great view. Oh, we are 3 wide. What is this camera? This is beautiful. As I don't know how everyone came out of that alive. Unfortunately, Blake was the biggest loser, as Panda was the biggest winner, gaining not 1 but 2 positions. Still gain. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He only makes the 1 position. I do apologise. I got too excited with myself. Then he only makes 1 position. Don't know how everyone came out safe on that, but that has allowed maybe Doutig just to come out of a second. Is he just out? I believe he is. No, he's not. Every driver does have DRS, so... As Panda now makes his way up into P2, I believe. I know McLaren have a strategy. They are probably one of the best strategists in the league, of Millard17, who is their TP. I know his strategies are great. Obviously, there must be some patience game going on here, as Blake has 97 compared to their 51 and 25. Ferrari's doing very well, I should say, obviously, with what they've just had, but Blake is now making his way up into P3, so, as I said, draining battery and doing the right things here. It looked like he did drain, and there we go, Fanta, first driver in the top 6 to get a penalty, and now, ooh, and that is a Haas of Michael causing a yellow flag. Make sure he gets a nice safe rejoin, as he does. The Sauber picks up a penalty, and that is Brown. This buns back up into P8. See, look, no, never give up, ladies and gentlemen. Never give up. Blake back up into P2. But I feel like we are battling into turn 4. Yes, we are. That is the Alpine of Panda going for the move on Blake. And I feel like Blake's gone too wide there, and that's allowed Fanta to go up the outside by going around the outside of Blake. And they're still going to hold it out too wide. Yes, they are. This is great racing from the Williams and the McLaren, as the McLaren comes out back on top and takes that position back off of the Williams driver. Oh, Brewdog has retired. That's unfortunate. They're trying to gain and try and get into this DRS train, but it's just not happening. As Panda now makes his way up into P2. Is there going to be any battling for the position? No, he doesn't. But ooh, the Alpine is going to get DRS, not only from his teammate but from the Red Bull as well. So that's not what Blake ideally wants. He could have probably maybe made a move up into turn 4. McLaren, but he has a 3 seconds. So if I was him, I'd stay behind and just see what he can do. As no, oh, it goes from great to bad for the McLaren driver, as Blake picks up a 3-second time penalty, and I do believe he is 3 seconds away from his teammate, but that has allowed Fanta to pretty much go for it now. Fanta can get a podium if he doesn't lose that much time from between him and Throne Globe. Use that attack and has now gained a position on Blake, so Blake could potentially, oh my lord, it's all coming down to the wire now, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone is making errors, everyone's getting desperate to get on that podium, and now Panda has picked up a 3-second time penalty. So P2, P3 and P4 all have penalties. Throne Globe could be back in this race. There are going to be potential penalties, post-race penalties, as Fanta is now going to make the move on Panda, and he does. They're going side by side. They are. Bolt Slinker's in the mix. They're like just seeing a Red Bull going ghost, but the Williams comes out on top. Just doesn't have battery. He does not have battery. Burn all that overtake. Panda. Let's see what Panda's doing. I think he's just staying behind. No, he's not. He's going for it. He's going to the inside of Doughty. Gets ahead. Now here comes Blake. Blake looking at the inside of the Williams driver. Is there contact? I do not know. Blake does not get a great exit. Panda comes out on top. P2 only has 5% battery. Is Fanta going to come back and make a move? Oh, a lot of moving hands. Here comes Blake. Blake makes a dive bomb up into turn 4 and no, goes off track. That is not what the McLaren want of Blake. But let's go back to our front runner of Daltic. It's been a great race from him. I believe he got pole. I do believe. If not, I'm sorry. But it's been a fantastic race from him, as Daltic wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Panda comes home P2. It is a Williams 1-3, which is great to see for the Williams driver of Hunter. Blake, unfortunately, on his debut, misses out on a podium by 1 position. But overall, it was a great race for both McLarens, as Throne Globe comes home in P5. Nick in the Haas, not a bad result from Nick. A nice recovery drive from Brownus, who is going to go 6th. Nice recovery drive after his wheel disconnected.